Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Pierre, Simple Home Brew. I'm going to do a brew today that is a bit different than usual. This is a Muntons flagship rich creamy velvet brew kit. It's I saw this on Kegland's website and I thought, I'll grab that. It really looks appealing. So I'm going to brew it in front of you guys. So if you want to have a look, stick around. First thing I do is put gloves on. I like to protect my skin, I like to protect my brew. I have dry skin, so the gloves are going to protect both. I also have my hat on to stop the hair falling in. I do have a microphone sewn into this hat, thanks to Little John's Brewing for supplying the hat many years ago, and I've used it ever since for my brewing. Today, we are doing a Muntons flagship rich creamy velvet stout. It's a milk stout. I don't think I have to put milk in. I'm pretty sure they supply that. We're going to open it. Have a look what's inside it, shall we? Okay, I have opened this before. I'm not going to lie. I only took a quick glance at it to see what's in it and see what it's about. Okay, so what we have here, lactose powder. There you go. It says lactose powder. It contains milk. This is Muntons flagship range catalogue. I'll just throw that out the way. They also supply a Safale SO4 yeast. Safale. Oh, here we go. Take that cap out. Tilt it up. I tilt it up. Oh yeah, here's the cans. So that's it. We only got those 3 items. 1 can, 2 cans. I don't see any instructions, or do I? We've supplied a extensive range of ingredients, bringing the best knowledge. No, there's absolutely no instructions on here. I would suggest maybe we'll do it the way we normally do it, shall we? The box is awesome though. It's a good little packaging. It looks like it's going to be recyclable. We'll look at the cans. The cans have nothing written on it to tell us what's inside them. Not even a use by date. I'm sure that they'll get used anyway before they're meant to be. I also have no knowledge on how this is done. Here we go. I found the instructions. It's actually not a advert, it's the instructions. The instructions are in the box. Stage 1, 20 to 30 minutes. You'll need 2 cans of malt extract. You will need 500 grams of lactose sachet, that one there. Fermenting bucket, which is my fermenter, which I, by the way, am fermenting this in a Apollo Titan today. The Keg King Apollo Titan. I really like this one. What else does it say? We need sterilising agent, which I'll sterilise. It's already in the actual fermenter, and the yeast that they supply. Sit the cans in hot water. Okay, so what I do is I will boil the kettle. This is my bucket of what I'd use to actually warm my cans up. Now, the reason why I put in boiling water is to soften up the extract to make it worthwhile brewing with. In my kettle at the moment, I actually have I actually have hot water with half a Camden tablet already in it, so I need to put that into my fermenter before I do anything else. So sanitizer is getting tipped out. Yes, yeah. Maybe not that easily. Maybe I'll do it this way. Oh, I just got it all over myself. Lordy hell, should have known that would happen. Okay, we're good. I'll put this back on. I did get it all over myself. I did get it on my glove, not in my glove. So that's a good thing. It just feels like it's in the glove because it was so cold. All good. Gloves have just been sanitized. Happy with it. Okay, I now need to pour this hot water. This actually has half a Camden tablet in it, already dissolved. So I'm going to put that in there now. That is just so that the chlorine, chloramine in my water system has been neutralised. I have got a filter as well. The filter won't get all of the chlorine and chloramine out, but it will get rid of most of it. I'm going to fill it up with 2 litres of water and boil it, and then use that to heat up my extract. While we're waiting for the kettle to boil, I'd like to tell you that I do these brews all the time just for the fun of it, and I enjoy it. I can't drink all the beer, but I really enjoy a stout, a good stout that is. I make these just so that you guys can see it done, as well as I get a bit of entertainment by doing it, and I get to know you guys while watching it. You always comment and let me know how good I'm doing or how bad I'm doing, which is fine. On saying that, we always use the instructions regardless of what you think. Don't be a bloke and go, I don't need that, I'm right. It's always great to refresh. So right now, we need to actually sterilise our stuff. I have a bucket or container that I'm probably going to need to dissolve my lactose. No, I probably won't, because I've got a steel container, so I don't need that. It's all fine, don't worry. Once I've poured that hot water into the extract bucket down here, I will boil another 2 litres of hot water so I can dissolve all my products in it. I also have a bottle of spray-on sanitizer. This is Stelasan. It's 1.5 to 1 litre ratio. It is vital, I believe, in a brew shop or brew shed or brew house to use this to spray your sanitizer on all the items that you're going to use to brew with, so you don't contaminate it with any other kind of bacteria. Like, I like to spray it onto my funnel, and I'm going to use a paddle. I'm going to spray some sanitizer on that as well. These are all been cleaned previously, and my container needs sanitizer inside it as well. The good thing about this kind of sanitizer, it's a no-rinse sanitizer. Your yeast actually thrives on it. So those have sanitizer all through it now, and I'll just leave that sitting there for 5-10 minutes. I will spray them again before I start working. Kettle's nearly boiled. I'm about to place the hot water into my bucket and put the lid on and leave that for 15 minutes to heat up the extract. All right, we shall pour our hot water in. Careful, it is hot. It will scald you. Did I just say scald? I meant scald you. Pop the lid on. That'll keep the heat in for a little bit. And I will bring my platform back so I can still keep doing what I'm doing. Okay, back to it. So I'm going to sit it there for 15 minutes. All my gear's pretty much sterilised now. I don't need to do much more than that. Do that again. You probably can't see what I'm doing there. That'll just sit there and stay sterilised. The addition of placing the lactose. Now, everything goes in at once, everything. You got your lactose powder. You've got your yeast. It all needs to go in. But we can't put yeast in until your temperature of the brew has cooled down. So I can't put the lactose powder in now while I'm waiting, which I'll do. Open it up. I have sterilised the bag just so we don't get more bacteria in. In goes the powder. I'm just shaking it out of the bag and going into the fermenter itself. Nice and easy. Empty. Well, I'll probably give it a bit of a stir just to make sure it is dissolved through the hot water that's in there. It's funny, the colours and the smell is different than I thought it would be. It's got a scent to it that's interesting. All right, that's stirred in. I'll pop the lid back in and we'll just keep it there for safety's sake. And we'll just wait for the hot water to do its stuff with the extract. Okay, the water would have heated that up nicely. Let's go and open these cans up, shall we? I now have the kettle on. I'm going to open up these cans. See what they look like and what they smell like. I love this can opener. Oh, you hear that? First can. Ooh, that smells so good. We'll open the other one up. Look how liquidy they are. Now that first can was so easy to open. This last can, just difficult. And it's got a lot more, much darker, this one. So I'm not knowing which one's which, but it obviously got different smells, different scents and flavours. I'll smell that one first. Oh, it smells caramelly. This one smells more rich, stout smelling. Okay, we will pour this in our batch. I need to take that out really, don't I? Put the first one in. Now we'll be rinsing this with the hot water. I don't need to put too much hot water in here. There's plenty already. The temperature's high enough as it is. I don't want to make it any hotter. I'll grab my paddle. Just want to scrape the excess out. Oh, the scent is so nice. Now I'm right-handed, so just off doing it this way. Okay, that's that one. And we'll pour this one in. It was a little bit thicker. A lot thicker, really. Now again, I did what I always seem to do. I forgot to take measurements. I'm going to have to rely on the graduations on the actual container because I haven't measured anything. So far I've put in maybe 2 litres of fluid, maybe half a litre or quarter of a litre, I don't know. But I'm going to just fill it up to the graduations on the side of this actual fermenter and have it done. That's all I can do. I'm sorry, I always seem to forget to do that, but my beers still seem to come out pretty good anyway. I'm going to grab, there they are. Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell, but I should be able to figure out where 21 litres is or 23 litres is on the graduation on the side of this. It'll get close. Don't worry, it'll get close. All right, just pour that into this one. Only go halfway. And I'll swap it out. I'll swap it to the next one and mix it. By swapping it, I'm helping dissolve the extract as I flip it from one to the other. Just like this. I'll do this for a little while. Okay, I can smell a bit of a woody smell now. Smells good, I can tell you. We'll just keep doing this. And this cleans them out. As you can see, this is super hot, so I'm being really careful, to be honest. Oop, spilled a bit. I'm clumsy. It reminds me of when I was a kid, we had like chocolate milkshakes. That's the kind of smell I'm getting. You know, rich, molassesy smell. It's just beautiful, it really is. It reminds me of hot chocolate, to be honest. Like I said, I didn't want to add any more hot water to the batch, or too much more, because I've already added enough in there, but this is really working a treat. Now I was told about this, doing it this way, by a subscriber. Thank you very much for the idea. It's really helped out, made these come out super clean and saved me adding way too much hot water in there, even though it's not coming off the can properly on this one. So I might just give it a bit of a scrape out, just to help it along a little. What do you reckon? Sometimes little things like this need a little bit of help. Okay, that'll do. Pretty much rinsed out, got all the bits out. I'll pour that in here. There you go, so they're pretty clean. I think they're going pretty well, actually. Now all I need to do is completely finish it by adding the rest of the water in, which is not tap water, and this hose is consumer safe, if you guys are going to ask. It is filtered tap water through a carbon filter, and I've also added a half a Camden tablet to counteract any kind of chlorine or chloramine that might be in in the kit or in the system. I'm going to fill this up to a sort of a guesstimate. Like I said, there's graduations on the side of the unit, and they come to about, well, you can't see from where I am, 5. If I put it to the 6 gallon mark, that'll be almost spot on, I reckon. I reckon we're right on. All right, I filled it up as much as I think is right. It doesn't matter. If it is a little bit less, it's probably going to have more flavour. If it's a little bit more, probably have less flavour, less alcohol, but still have the same alcohol, really, because it's the same amount of sugar. It's fine. We will get there, no worries at all. I do need to now take a reading. Where is the... I did a video on putting these charging coils on these, so if you want to have a look at that, I'll pop a link up here. So I'm just spraying the pill down with a bit of sanitizer. It's clean. I already cleaned it. It's already been done. It's the first time I'm going to test it today. So I'll throw that in the base, in the batch. I'm also going to grab a sample so I can calculate what amount of alcohol I'll probably have at the end of the fermentation. So I need to now remove the paddle. Now the warmer temperature is not going to kill it. It might not even do it any harm, but it's going to be sitting in my house. It's going to be staying at about 20 degrees Celsius. I had some bad weather recently, a while back, where it got to 40 degrees Celsius. I couldn't cool the house down, cooler than 24 degrees. So a stout that I made had a bit of acetaldehyde, which is an apple flavour in your beer. It caused a few little problems. But now, I'm happy to say, it's tasting really good. But I don't want that to happen to this. But in the house now, we've got a heater, and it's not going to get hotter than 16 degrees, 15 degrees outside. So it's going to be nice and consistent all the time. This says to pitch, the ideal pitch between 12 and 25 degrees Celsius. Ideal temperature to sit at is 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. So that's in. I'll give it a quick stir because it just went on top of the tilt. And this is just in the sink. Give it a quick stir because you don't have to stir it. It'll dissolve and work anyway. But I did drop it on top of the bloody pill, didn't I? Okay, now I'm going to pop the lid on. Everything's added. Just quickly give this a spray down. Make sure that all the bacteria that may be there isn't going to be there anymore. Throw that in, just like that. I have a 15 PSI pressure relief valve on, PRV, and I'm also going to put a pressure spunding valve separate from this because we can't rely on those. If it gets clogged up with any kind of muck, you will have a mess, an explosive mess. Anyway, I'm going to pressurize this a little bit so I can get a sample. I need to now get some gas. Now everything's down to temperature, so we're going to be careful with bacteria on everything. This is the gas terminal. It's got notches in the side to let you know which one's gas. I just want to pressurize it so I can grab a sample. To grab a sample is not hard at all. I have this device called a Quickie. I have no idea where I've put it. I'll have to find it another time, but I'll use this one for now. All this is just to get a sample to find out what the gravity is. Now I want to ferment that at under 5 psi for the first couple of days. So I will pop this spunding valve on, and as you know, I've already put gas into it. So hopefully I'll be able to get a quick reading from the spundy. Now the spundies, the first series of them were really good. They did the job immensely well. And I always use them. They seem to work really well for me. I haven't had any issues with these failing. So if you want one, Keg King do them. They invented the product. It might benefit you. If you don't like them, that's up to you as well. keep sticking with the bow ties or blow ties. Clean that out. This is the gas side. I need to pop that on there. And it won't go on. There we go. Now it is. So gas is coming out. So what's the pressure? Pressure's just under 5. That is now under good pressure. I will take a reading on the gravity reader, see what the gravity is. As some of you have seen in my past videos, I broke my beer one and I had to go and grab another one. So this is a brand spanking new one. It should be pretty accurate. Hopefully there's no issues with it. I'll just drop it in. It's floating beautifully. It's saying it's at 1090. Wow, really? Is that sweet? 1090 we've got. 1092 on that. Is it really that sweet? I mean, I've never seen it that sweet before. It's just... Oh my God, it is that sweet. That is very sweet. I got 1092. Should I put more water in? Should I put more water in? What's the reading meant to be? Got a bit of bitterness to it too. It really doesn't say what the temperature, what the starting gravity is meant to be. I'll compare that with the tilt. Wow, maybe I was supposed to do more than that. Same instructions. It says here, 20 to 23 lactose sachet. You will need 2 times cans malt at 500 grams lactose included. 32 litre fermenting bucket with 23 litre fermenting bucket with long stirring spoon. Yeah, all good. 23 litre. Open the cans. Add 4 litres of boiling water. Top up to 20 litres with cold tap water. Remove the sample and take original gravity reading. Check the temperature. It says to do 20 litres. Seriously, that's saying table wine. I am getting the wrong reading. A lot lower than that. I don't know what's going on there. I really don't. It's quite sweet. Tasty too. Oh, that's bitter. Ooh, that extract is really bitter. I'll wait for the pill to settle down. I'll check that and see what that tells me, and we'll... That is definitely very sweet. We'll go on from there. I'd say it's going to be okay, maybe. All right, I'm going to let it ferment for about 14 days, and then we'll transfer it into a keg, and then we'll see what it tastes like, shall we? All right, we'll see you then. G'day, my friends. We are finished. The fermentation has been finished. It has been finished for about 2 days. I've cold crashed it to try and clear it out a little bit. This is the finished product. I poured this probably about 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago maybe. And it's still retaining a bit of a creamy head there. It's really looking nice. The smell is sensational. For an extract beer, it is sensational. Great looking beer. I transferred it into a keg. Got about 19 litres out of it. And yeah, look, it's going to probably be a bit rich. I think I fermented about 20 litres, about 21 maybe at most. But it's turned out pretty good. Likewise, we're down 2 litres, so it doesn't matter. I used everything I had in the keg. The keg emptied before I was ready for it too. So like I said, I've got about 19 litres of beer in there, and it smells exceptional. It's going to need a little bit of time to age, to get a little bit of the flavours to blend and work together. That might take a month or so, and I will do a tasting at that point. But now we shall taste it. It smells very rich. It feels creamy just by moving it. A bit chocolatey. I'm not smelling much more than that. It's a bit sharp on the nose, but it's because it's new, I'd say. Let's taste it, shall we? Right, that is good. Rich, creamy on the tongue. Got a sharp taste that'll go away as time progresses, so give it an hour. An hour. Give it a month, and that will dissipate a little bit and become nice and soft. Slightly sweet, not overly sweet, and it's got like a tangy, what would you call it? Lactic acid taste. Does that make sense? It's not bad. That's good. It might need a little bit more carbonation. Not much though. It's pretty close to right. Oh, I should probably leave it alone. I reckon it'll be perfectly carbonated right now. It's spot on, and that's straight from the pressure fermenter. I'm going to leave it. I won't put any more carbonation in that. That is nice. That is a good beer. I'm really, really happy with that. Guys, I'm ecstatic. This came out great. It's going to go in my fridge. I'm going to age it for a month, and then I'm going to try it again in front of you guys and let you know. I might have a couple of people on board to have a taste as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, guys. I know everybody says this, but it is very important that you do, even if you thumbs it down, but I'm sure you'll also give me a thumbs up. You guys are great. I do have Patreon. I'd like to thank all the Patreon members for looking after Simple Homebrew, and I'd like to thank all you members on the Simple Homebrew group. You guys are great. We have now 12,000 members on the Simple Homebrew group. It's extraordinary. It doesn't make any money for Simple Homebrew, but it connects us to everybody out there. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next brew.